right now, and our producer just gave this to me right now. We like to. This podcast is brought to you by the Mama, without whom this would not be possible. All hail the Mama.
All hail the Mama. Thank you, Mama. That's our sponsor. That's our shout out to Mama, because us wrestlers are not technically savvy after playing video games all day, and we couldn't get the podcast set up. So Mama, who is a Photoshop genius and wonderful all-around person, figured it out for us losers. We're just not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
But we kill zombies.
We suck.
We kill fucking zombies.
And podcasts.
We podcast.
And we kill podcasts.
I don't know if we do the podcast as good as we kill zombies.
I don't know.
I guess I mean, I can sit here and toot my own horn all night. I'm not going to.
No, absolutely.
But I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so I just vented about what
aggravates you?
What aggravates me about pro wrestling and things like that. And I mean, obviously I can go on about some other things too, because blown spots or anything like that.
Yeah.
But what about you? What?
Lack of respect.
Okay.
Always. It's always going to aggravate me. No matter what in the business, it's always going to boil down to something due to lack of respect, and that really, especially, it just pisses me off. The lack of respect for just anything in general. But so for example, I'll give you an example of something that I'm kind of going through, and I'll just tell you what's going on, which you probably already know, but just react naturally. So you run Fuel Pro Wrestling in Libertyville.
Yes.
At the Fuel Room, yep. Austin's Fuel Room, which is a wonderful place. They have great food. I love.
They put on great concerts.
And it's a great atmosphere. The food's really good, though.
Shinedown was just there.
Really?
And Rob Zombie. I know, I think on May 13th or May 14th.
May 14th, UWB invades the Wexit Cadillac.
Right. But no, May 13th or May 14th, I know the lead singer of Creed.
Oh, wow.
Is going there to perform.
Scott Staff?
Yes.
Really?
He's going to perform. So that's kind of cool. So they do.
That is really cool.
Some big gigs,
Yeah.
And it's a great place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So all right. So we've established you run at Austin's Fuel Room in Libertyville. When you scouted out was anyone else running Libertyville?
No, actually, and that's what was kind of, and it still is hard.
Sure.
Because I don't run that much.
Yeah.
The fans are growing little by little, but
it's hard to
starting from scratch.
Yeah.
It's totally new to the area.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's working in the area just yet.
Sure, it's still so new.
It's nothing like that's ever been ran there, so it's completely new. It's something that they've never experienced before. And
why did you pick Libertyville?
I have a friend who her family and her own Austin's Fuel Room. So when I was looking for a venue to do the memorial show, that's all it was. It was, hey, I just one-time gig. I just want to do this. I want to do it in memory for my brother. Help raise some money for a charity.
Sure.
Trying to find a building.
Sure.
My cousin was friends with her. They're really good friends. And one night we went out, and she was there, and we just were talking, things like that, and the show got brought up, my idea, and she's like, hey, well, why don't you go, meet with my dad, in a couple days, I'll set it up and see if you can do it there. We have a huge concert venue, and I've never been there before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll take a look, why not?
Sure.
So I went over there and took a look and met her dad, and who is Mark, if you're listening to this, and I mean this in all from the bottom of my heart, one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life, legit, just his heart that he has, and it reflects his daughter too. My friend, she's the exact same way, just great fucking people. They didn't have to do anything for me. I didn't go there and ask them for anything, but they offered to help me out. They offered.
They want to work together.
Yeah, and it was just totally cool, and they helped me they even helped me find a credible charity that related to with my brother's accident and things like that, and with the promoting and everything like that. It was an awesome experience. So we met and we just clicked honestly, and we just went from there. And then I want to say maybe a couple days later, he called me.
Really?
And was like, hey, the show went great. We had great numbers on our end. How did you do this and this? And people are talking about it. why don't you let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like let's do it again. Like maybe like every 3 months or every 4 months, like do a show here.
Sure.
And that's how like Fuel was born. Actually, I was like, oh, okay.
So and now also as a promoter, when you're looking at places to run, you also got to do as a promoter, like was anyone running Libertyville?
No.
Has no one currently?
No.
Not in the last, probably maybe ever.
No.
Okay. So that's important too.
No, well, that's what I was saying. It's a whole new.
Yeah,
whole
but
new
as a
landscape.
promoter, it's important not to
Whole
go
new
somewhere there.
market.
Right.
Yeah, and that was my biggest thing is I didn't want to go in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, because Jimmy runs a lot of places. You don't want to
Right.
cross over that.
Yeah, I mean,
Out of respect.
Libertyville's a little close to Fox Lake, but I will never run a show the same week as Jimmy. I'll never run a show.
And you're drawing different fans, anyways. You're drawing some. You're drawing some.
You draw. There's a couple fans.
Yeah,
but,
there's some runoff.
There's the wrestling fans that come.
Sure.
And obviously, new faces.
So, how would you feel if? Oh, I don't know. What if someone came and started running Libertyville? Not necessarily your building, but in that town. How would that affect you? Genuinely. I mean, I know you know my situation, but
personally,
yeah.
like I would be very offended.
Yeah.
Very offended actually, because like especially if they knew me.
Yeah.
And they knew I ran there. Like obviously, like if it's somebody that I don't fucking know, like because. And like,
shit, we didn't know you ran here.
Right. I mean, whatever. Like, I know.
Yeah, but how often is that conversation going to happen?
Sure.
Honestly,
well, I know Austin's actually got
approached.
After I did my first show. They got and the word got out that they held a wrestling show, and it's completely different. But I know that they got approached by like
another company,
the midget wrestling. And like even Mark like called me and asked me like, hey, these guys blah blah blah, and I didn't care, but because I knew we were gonna keep doing shows there, and it was in the same building.
Yeah, it wouldn't help you.
And like, I don't want to ruin what
we've started.
You
know
what I mean? Like, I don't want to give people the wrong idea of what we're trying to do here.
It's going to confuse
that's a completely
people.
different world. It's like it's not really what we do, how we perform. So
it's a
I
pony.
wanna
It's a
try
trick
to keep
pony.
it pure and protect what I'm doing, and he understood.
Yeah,
it was cool. If they did it in another fucking bar, if it was the midget wrestling, I wouldn't care. To be honest with you, like whatever.
Sure.
If it was like another person and I knew them, and they knew I ran that town,
and they did it on purpose,
and they did it, like I'd be really fucking pissed, and I would not do anything like personal to what's the word I'm looking for? Sabotage their show.
No, absolutely.
Or anything like that, but I would make sure that
I'd think about it a lot, even if I knew I wouldn't pull the trigger.
But I would make sure that like, all right, like you want to run here? Fuck you. Go ahead. But guess what? Like, this is my fucking town.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fucking make sure that nobody even gives a fuck about your company.
Yeah.
Not by doing anything to you, but going out there and putting on a fucking
better.
We're going to be like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
So go ahead and try. You know what I mean?
And I think people, and the other reason I'm not overreacting to this, in fact, I'm trying not to react at all, is to, because I know it's done to hurt me. You know what I mean? And like you said, if it was somebody else coming in to do a charity, help somebody out, and they didn't find me and they knew somebody else and it happened to be here where they wanted to do it and shit worked out, God bless them.
Sure.
You know what? Get me some flyers. I'll put them on our site to help you out. Literally. If you're doing something that cool for the community, because that's all we do, then I'd be down 100%. But, you know, let's be honest. When people do this, it's done for personal motive. It's to, you know, get under your skin. Yeah. So, like, I think my best reaction, like you said, is obviously, I know we're going to have a better show. I've seen the product of the other one. It doesn't flip my lid. Just me. And I'm not saying the workers are the shits or anything. I'm just saying I know who's helping promote it, and I know it's...
Well, and you can tell a lot of times, too, like, what kind of company it's going to be when they, like, sometimes with the flyers they put out.
Oh, my God.
Or the promoting that they're doing for the show.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
And that's the other reasons I'm not worried.
Right, and it's kind of like, all right, if you don't take pride in your product, like, a flyer displays what kind of product you have.
Yeah.
And like,
if it looks like you got it off a Xerox machine, not a lot of people are coming.
But at the same, and I mean, and sometimes it works reverse because sometimes people have like amazing flyers.
Sure.
Their shows not, like reflect the flyer that they have.
Right.
You know, but people, that's like the first thing, especially a flyer. People look at a flyer, that's what the first thing they look at. Okay, look at this. Either, wow, look at this flyer, man, this looks fucking legit, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, this is fucking garbage, like, whatever.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. But yeah, so my cross to bear as of late is just something like that. And like I said, it sucks because it digs at you. You know, it just digs because it's personal and you get aggravated and you think wicked thoughts.
And your situation is a little more.
No, absolutely,
personal.
absolutely.
If that happened to me, like, there's nobody that I'm like that with right now.
Yeah.
That were like, if somebody did it to me, I don't think this feeling would be the same. I'd still be like mad, but
yeah.
The only way that something like
if I turn my back on you.
Well, not even that. If it's like, for
which
example,
I
like
wouldn't
if
do.
Jimmy,
If
Jimmy Blaze, not saying he would do this.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
he would.
Jimmy's a good
But
cat.
if Jimmy like started running in fucking Libertyville, then I would be like personally like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I fucking sit here and I help you, make your company better, blah blah.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
and
blah.
you're gonna come here,
And I'm
yeah.
gonna come in my neck of the woods and run a show. Like what? Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked
That's
up.
bullshit.
That's where like that's the only thing that I could think of possible that would relate to your situation.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing how people do that all the time too. Like they think, they can't even run shows. And I'm not saying this company. I'm just saying in general, a company that can't even draw where they're based out of. And then they think we're gonna go over here and see if it works here because maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and the stars will align and we'll draw huge. And it sucks because actually what they're doing is going in, or my favorite is, again, another company that doesn't draw shit or isn't really well known, sees a company running this building and just drawing these huge fucking numbers, and they go, that could be us, and try to run a show there. And draw a quarter of what they do and then ruin the town for when the other guys come back. I've seen that 1,000 times.
Has that happened to you personally?
I was involved with a company that helped do that. I was actually with a company that did that, and it was stupid. It was stupid. It was a stupid ploy. There was a guy running a building in Wisconsin. I'm not going to mention names. There's a guy. I'll tell you after. There was a guy. He wasn't running yet. There was a different guy running a building in a college town up there, and he would draw. Like I've seen tapes. I've seen videotapes of what this guy drew, and like the freaking college was packed. And I'm saying fucking shoehorned in there. I'm saying the building probably held, I don't know, 1,500 and there were 3,000 in it. Like that jammed. It was, and every year it was that jammed because it was a fundraiser and this college pushed it and all this stuff. So another person that I was with at the time decided to go there and run there and tried it. And did we draw well a couple times? Yeah. But the guy before us ran shows like every year as a fundraiser for them. We ended up running 3 times there and then never ran there again. And pretty much, I don't want to say killed the town because we had some good matches there, but you still took some away from another guy. That guy would spend 6 months promoting and booking it to get 3,000 people. We'd spend 8 weeks? So technically, that it killed the town, and it was a horrible feeling. You feel guilty just walking into the building. From my aspect, I did. Man,
that's always. I don't see, and that's like that. I don't like that dirty game.
And it made me feel dirty. Like other people do that, and they're like, "Oh, this is fine." I like they don't have a conscience or something. Like I don't understand
the only way
that.
I can justify that is if there's like a lot of fucking heat. Okay.
There was no heat in this one.
But I'm saying
there was really no heat.
A situation where like
I think we had both worked for him.
I'm saying like a stone was fucking thrown first.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and then you're like, all right, fuck you. You want to play? Like, no, we're gonna come in and we're gonna show you this and the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's not this situation either. No. From here, it's just like. I tried to run my own company. I ran 5 shows and folded with someone else's money. I couldn't make that last, so now I'm going to help this guy out and promise him all this shit, and it ain't going to happen. It's just going to be bad. I'm glad I'm not a part of it because I want nothing to do with anything over there at all, period. I got my own shit to worry about, to be honest.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. So, you got any matches coming up?
I do.
Give us your schedule.
I have Let's see. It's so hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah, because this is Easter weekend right now.
This is Easter weekend.
It's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter again.
Next week I'll be defending my title for the first time since winning it. April 2nd at Fox Lake, Illinois for Power Entertainment at the American Legion on 703 North Route 12, Fox Lake.
It's right off of Rand Road.
Right off of Rand Road over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a show on the CSW Southland, the 23rd or 24th, I want to say.
And that's a Wisconsin-based one?
Like Kankakee.
Oh, okay.
In Illinois.
Okay.
Kankakee. And then I have another POW show that Sunday. So, yeah, the 23rd will be CSW. The 25th will be POW at Elk Grove at T Woods Bar and Grill.
And then we know May 14th you're here.
May 14th here.
Cage match with
at
Dakota.
At the Wex Civic Center in Cadillac, Michigan.
Yep.
For UWE.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We got gifts for all the mothers, too. It's going to be a fun time.
It's going to be a great time.
Are you going to put up your kissing booth to satisfy all the ladies at Cadillac?
You know what? I am.
Are you? I think you should.
To.
I think you should.
$1 a fucking kid. You don't know. $5.
$5?
I see the women in Cadillac.
Okay. Yeah. And bring some Listerine and antiseptic.
I'm going to do it.
Do you know why Cadillac doesn't have its own CSI?
Why is that?
Because there's no dental records and all the DNA is the same. That's what I heard. It's not on the books. What about when's the next time Fuel Pro's running?
In June, actually.
June?
Yeah.
Back at the Fuel Room, obviously.
Actually, we're gonna do a different building.
Okay.
We're gonna try something new in Arlington Heights at Home Bar.
Oh, Arlington Heights, that's a good town. By the track?
A little bit before the track.
Okay.
It's on.
It's off Euclid or something.
On right by Rand and Euclid, actually.
Okay.
Right after Rand and Euclid. It's called House of Music Entertainment. I think it's something like that.
Oh wow.
But it's home bar.
Is it a newer place?
It's a couple years old. It's kind of like the same thing as Austin's. A little bit bigger.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to do a bigger scale now.
Yeah.
Trying to bring in like a bigger former WWE star.
Okay.
Things like that. So some things are in the work, but looking at June right now.
How was working with, speaking of WWE stars and not name dropping, we're going to totally name drop. How was working with Mordecai?
Kevin Thorne.
Kevin Thorne.
It was good. The match was okay.
Yeah.
The match was good. We had a good time. We were safe. Everybody was fine. A little nervous in the beginning, but everything was good at the end of the day.
And I heard you had a kind of cool moment with him when you were talking to the kids.
Oh, that was before. So that was the first time we worked. The gimmick was he was we were supposed to work. Then Scott Spade and Hardcore Craig interrupt our matches. Then we turned into a tag match. And then at the end of the match, he turned on me, and then we set up the singles match finally in Fox Lake, which happened a couple months later. But when we did it at the school, it was a fundraiser for the basketball team, and the head coach who was a huge POW fan, comes to all our shows, wanted a couple guys to speak to his kids about just their life experiences.
Okay.
And so he knew mine
testimony
with my brother and everything like that.
Sure.
And he knew Kevin had a little some issues back in the day with certain things that that Kevin wasn't shy to talk about and share with the kids.
Yeah.
Now that Kevin's doing great.
He looks great too.
He looks great. He loves wrestling again. He's having fun.
He's a good guy.
His business back in Indianapolis is doing great. He's got a little bar out there, and he's happy. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Because he disappeared for a while.
Yeah. He fell off the radar for a little bit.
So then he had to go do what he needed to do, take care of whatever he needed to take care of personally, and
very noble.
Yeah. So we were trying to figure out whatever. So we were talking to the kids and
you guys trying to prep together? What are we gonna talk about?
He asked me so what are we talking about? I'm like, no, just life experiences and don't do this, don't I learned from this, whatever, just to give him some guidance and okay, cool. And
these are high schoolers?
Yes.
Okay.
So freshmen to seniors.
Sure.
So what was it 14 to 18?
Yeah.
Is the range.
Impressionable.
Right. And this is the key.
And you and Kevin Thorne are talking. You're gonna ruin lives.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna ruin these kids' lives. So Thorne was really pushing for me to go last. He's like, "I'll go first, brother."
Okay.
No.
You're the name. You go. You clean up. Yeah.
You're the dude.
You're thinking wrestling's so you're overthinking it.
You're going first because you're going last out of respect.
I'll warm them up.
Right.
You take it home.
So like, and I go and I do my thing, and
That's so wrestling.
Yeah, like
this is how stupid we are. But we overthought talking to kids in a way that was relative to wrestling.
I'm like, oh, he's the star. He needs to be named.
It's theory. Just talking to kids. That's what I just find that hysterical that we do that.
So
you get over, bro.
I'll warm it up. Yeah, right, exactly. So
that's so funny analogy.
Yeah. So, and this is the first time I ever spoke in like this about my story.
Did you meet him before? So no, first time, right?
This is the second time we've met.
Okay,
we met at John Box like way long ago, like in 2000.
Did he remember you?
In 2012.
Okay.
And then, ironically, we ran when I went to go do my third taping at Indianapolis for WWE in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
He was there because he came in and he was hanging out.
Yeah.
And I went up to him like, hey man, like, I don't know if you remember me from. Oh yeah. So remember. And
okay.
Then, like, when I saw him again, I had to remind him, but he remembered me.
Okay.
So
okay.
Like, we kind of
knew you. Yeah.
You know. So we go and talk to the kids, and like this is the first time I've ever talking openly about my experience in a group of people like this.
Yeah.
And like.
A little nervous
because I didn't know like how I was gonna go with it. You know, I've never done it before.
You're thinking, man, I'm not getting over.
Right. Well, yeah, I didn't know, like,
you're expecting them to pop.
Like how to? Well, not even the pop. It's just like I didn't know how to like. Where do I begin? What like? Where's the psychology behind this? Like, how am I gonna tell this?
Do
story?
I just be honest? Should I be entertaining? Should I be funny?
Well,
like,
just like how do I tell the story?
Yeah.
Like, where do I go? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to like mumble about nonsense. Like
you don't want to do a podcast,
right? Yeah. Do a Revolution podcast. So
it'll take 5 hours. And
I go and I do my thing, you know, and I tell them my experience and everything like that, and like at the end of it, they were like super cool. Like they gave me a
ovation.
Yeah. So that was cool. And,
nice.
And then like Kevin was like,
did you feel it when you were talking? Like you hit it?
It felt good.
You got no rhythm?
Yes, it felt good. And that's my biggest thing is like once I start talking, then I can like after that I'll get in a rhythm and I'm good.
Yeah,
like, I'm fine.
It's just sometimes starting the lawnmower takes a couple of pulls. For those who know what a pull is.
So then Kevin was like, out loud, he said this. You know, he's like, oh shit, how am I gonna follow that? And I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, come on, brother. So he did his thing, whatever, and that was cool. And then like, you know, we were walking towards the back and going back to the locker room, and he was like, dude, like, you can talk, man. Like, you should have definitely went last. Like, holy fuck, like, you can talk. Like, I was super impressed with you. Like, you're a good speaker. Like, and that's awesome. Like,
that's so cool.
And I was like, oh, cool, man. Like, thanks. Like, he's like, yeah, bro. And they like that up there. And he was talking about WWE.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Oh, yeah, cool, thanks. So like, that was cool. Like, he like gave me props. You know what I mean?
So you should have went last.
I should have went last. Well, sorry, I should have went last. Like, fuck you, I'm going last.
Kevin's a good dude. He couldn't believe we brought him in for a show, him and Basham, and I think Xbox was on it, and we tagged. And all three of the guys, but especially him, was impressed that I could do a suicide dive. He's like, I couldn't believe you made it through those ropes.
The best part about Kevin is that, like, you're putting together your match, and, like, okay, it's like... It's just like basic storytelling, which I'm totally cool with.
Absolutely.
Fine with. I love matches like that.
Absolutely.
And then, like, but I I knew what the finishes were gonna be.
Yeah.
We were setting up for our false finishes at the end, and he's like, "All right, well, like, you hit me with like a famouser, right? And then I'll kick out. And
you're gonna do the E
right,
finishes.
And then I'll fucking hit you with the stunner, you know? Okay, then you kick out, and then rock bottom, people's elbow, kick out, and then I'll hit you with the pedigree. And, you know?
Jesus,
like,
ruin all the finishes. That's Thorne's shot.
He does it because like he puts a smile on his face, like he doesn't help himself. You know?
Sure. No, absolutely. We did that once with Al Snow in Holton Lake. It was a 6-man. It was me, Al, and a high school drama teacher.
Okay.
He wanted, one of my students at the time was going there, and they needed to raise funds for like drama department. So we said we'd do a wrestling show, and this was right at the time that I think they just finished Snow Day 2. So it was hot, and we booked Al Snow, and there was a lot of controversy that this school mom caused, which did nothing but help our draw. So it was a real good draw. We did a lot of good money.
What controversy was it?
She came to the school and said wrestling's evil, wrestling's filthy, we're a school for zero tolerance violence.
Those things.
But they have a football team, and the coach out there is telling you, kill that motherfucker, take out his knees. You know what I mean? And she even went to the extent of finding some real awful professional wrestling out there. And I'm not saying the people, if you find this podcast, I don't believe this is the wrestling that you've ever seen. It's just blood and guts.
Oh, is it like deathmatch stuff?
No, it's like pissing on people, just crazy shit. She just brought the most insane shit that could ever make wrestling look stupid, and showed it to like the superintendent. And so the superintendent right away, I'm getting a phone call, so I go in and put him at ease. I'm like, we're family friendly. This is not what we portray at all. And clarified that he was, that we were cool. So he believed me. Plus, here's this teacher who's driving down from Houghton Lake to Cadillac, was about an hour and a half, who's in his 40s, teaching English and drama, driving here 3 days a week for like 3 months so he could wrestle in this match. Like, we were bumping the piss out of him. Like, for a dude to do that to raise funds for your school, his name's Chris Sura. Amazing. And he did a great job, dude. We had so much fun. But so then she went to the newspapers, and the newspapers covered it. And we didn't even have to respond because the community was so looking forward to what we were doing that, like, all these people jumped her shit at the newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, like, we didn't have to defend ourselves. And then the best thing, there's a clip of it somewhere where she was on the news. She went to 7 and 4 News to bitch about it, and 7 and 4 is what runs out here. It's like a CBS or affiliate. And the best part was what she said when they put her on camera. She goes, we don't tolerate violence, but I guess as long as we make some money off it, it's okay. Like, she said that statement too right on the news, so she looked like a jackhole. But anyways, so we did this. So we did this match with Al, and we're going through it in the back, and I had seen him do something kind of like that before. So I said, let's do that. I'll hit the, stunner, you hit the pedigree, and, I took a choke slam from the smallest guy on their team, and he did the Undertaker pin on me. Like, the next guy come in, shot me in the ropes, gave me Hogan's boot, right? And he starts winding up the crowd like he's Hogan going to tear his T-shirt off, and we worked this out in the back, and it was fucking hysterical. So he finally does the wave, he's listening to the people, everyone's fucking booing him, he's getting all this heat, and he goes to rip his shirt, and he can't rip his shirt. He's struggling, and he's making his face and puffing his cheeks. He's like, and he can't do it. So finally, he just takes the T-shirt off, throws it on the ground, leg drops me.
That's awesome.
So but the best part of the whole thing was Al. At the end, he's like, and I'll give the stunner. Then he's going to take off his boot, put on his sock on his hand, and go for Sacco. And then we're going to go home. He's going to give all 3 guys head, as sexy as that sounds. All 3 guys are going to get head for the finish. So, but I say, listen, we've had all this controversy from this lady saying, blood and guts, they're not who they say they are. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was kind of nervous about doing the stunner because he's like, I'll flip him off. And I'm like, let's not flip him off. I know you want to flip him off,
but not.
And I know,
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm a little bit jerky about the middle finger. Can you do something else? Can you just wave at him, like anything? And Al's like, cool. But at the time we were talking, and he said, cool. He kind of fought me on it a little bit, and before I went out there, like, we went through the spot again, just so I could hear him say, no middle finger, I'll do this. And he did that. He's like, okay, and then, I'll do whatever with my hands. Like, he even specified it to me. Well, the reason he did that is because he was going to fuck me on it. And he wanted me comfortable in the locker room because it's the old adage of it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Sure.
So we go out there, and we're doing our spots, and I'm selling, and I make the tag to Al, and I see Al run in, and right away, 2 middle fingers right up, and Al gave the 2 middle fingers and hit the stunner. But it was, in hindsight, once I watch it now, it didn't matter. Like, the place had a good time. We made him like $3,000 for the drama department. Yeah, and it was a great experience. And plus, like I said, and her last name was the best work name ever. Her last name was literally Jerkovich. Jerkovich. It's like the best work name. But due to her controversy, everyone went, what the hell's going on? We got to check it out. And when they came out and did nothing but had a good time, they wanted us back. And that's, again, that's how you... Yeah, we do really well. So, yeah, that's my story with Al. The only other person I kind of want to talk about real quick, and here we are name dropping again, but I found this pretty unique, even though I'm not on Facebook right now. I have heard through other people that Mr. Rhino.
Yes.
Mr. Rhino, who we love and cherish, and we were just talking about the other day about one time that me and Greeko were scared like girls, which maybe we'll talk about, because if he listens, I think he'd get a kick out of that. But that Rhino is running for state representative in the state of Michigan.
He is.
Under his real name.
He is.
Terry. I want to say Williams because Terry Williams is, if you ever want to go on YouTube and look up and see Rhino, pre-Rhino, like wrestling in WCW, doing stuff like I did in WWF, I think it was Terry Williams.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but that's not his real name. But he's running for state. Like, how amazing. And what else is cool about this is being on so many road trips with that guy. Like, he's all about politics.
Oh,
and you wouldn't think that.
No, and like
you could drive down.
I don't follow politics.
I don't
like,
either.
He brings them up, and I'm just like, oh yeah, and then,
Yeah.
like, but it's like the knowledge of this guy is like
He knows how to fix shit.
everything, bro.
He has great ideas. And you look at him and you think he's a monster that'll kill you and he's just mean or dumb or something. Like, he is not.
Still waiting for my apology, Rhino.
What is he owe you an apology for?
An apology. You called me bitch.
He did call you a bitch. Another family-friendly show that went down the crapper. He's calling bitch. You're saying turn that shit off.
Greeko. Why don't you get in the ring and try to hit me,
Bitch. That was
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
He was a little worked up because you called him a teddy bear.
I did.
You did call him a teddy bear.
I did call him a teddy bear, but I called him a teddy bear. I didn't call him a bitch. So Terry, if you're listening, I'm like, whenever you want to say sorry,
yeah,
and I accept your apology, then that's when you can get booked.
Yeah, and you can wait till your state senate too, so we can get some press off of you coming in. It'll be good. Is he Republican or Democratic?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know, dude.
But he's amazing to listen to.
He is.
He's very knowledgeable. He is.
This guy, one of the best.
It was so nice to see him back in WWE.
It was awesome to see him during that time.
Yeah.
It was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
is he still doing stuff out there right now, or is he concentrating on his?
I'm not really sure because I think he's concentrating on because right now it's all elections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm generally happy.
Is WWE gonna back him?
I think they posted him on their Facebook or website. They posted it that he was running.
No
So,
kidding.
yeah.
That's support.
Yeah. But like when I see that kind of stuff, it makes me generally happy. Like when I see somebody that I actually like a lot, or like and I have a friendship with, and I see him like, and I even text like literally like every time I see him, like when he was on NXT, I shot him a text like, "Hey, dude, like awesome to see you on TV again."
Absolutely.
And then like when he came out in Raw, like same thing, like dude, so great to see you back on there, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
And especially when it happens to somebody nice.
Yeah.
And somebody that maybe deserves it.
Yeah, and like even like recently, like my one buddy back from Chicago, Marche Rock.
Marche, yeah, he just got signed.
He just got signed by TNA.
And it's so funny that I put the commercial for number 3. You mentioned Marche, and he got signed to TNA.
Yeah, like it's cool. That's like super cool. Like
please send all checks to the Revolution Podcast,
Yeah.
Marche. You can thank Greeko later.
But like that's super cool. Like good for him, man. Like and that's a guy that deserves it. You know?
Yeah.
Like Marche is a great talent.
Is there anybody else that you were friends with that you saw make it somewhere that you were like
not that
so
I'm
happy about?
friends with, but like okay, so like Samurai Del Sol, he's doing what's the name now? I can't brain fart
That's okay.
because I don't watch it that much anymore. But
Is that Lucha Underground?
no. I'm over in WWE. Is it Castillo? Is it Castillo?
Kalisto. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Castillo.
That's okay.
Kalisto. So like.
So foggy in here.
It was cool. Like it was cool like seeing him, and then like they were pushing him in a tag team, and like I've met him a couple times, and he's always been like super cool dude, like really nice, and like I've always told Jimmy too, like dude, book him, like he's fucking like big fan of his work, like awesome dude.
And a Chicago guy, right?
Yeah, Chicago guy, you know, and then like when I saw him debut in NXT and all that stuff, I'm like, man, that's cool. And then like when he won the U.S. title, and it was his first belt, and he won the U.S.
Oh, wow.
He beat Del Rio, and like it was fucking awesome. Like, oh, like man, this is so cool, dude. Like,
And that you know that
and, like,
guy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this is cool.
I have a favorite match with him, and then I have, but he's also involved in 2 of my favorite moments that I've experienced. One is the match, which was also one of the experiences, was we were wrestling on a show for Dale Gagner down in, actually it was here in Michigan. It was in Jackson, Michigan. It was many hours from here, but we went out there. And I was supposed to do Doink Freedom the next night.
Oh yeah.
In Minneapolis. So I had my Doink stuff. I didn't have my other stuff, which is stupid. I should have grabbed them both because I was at this show. Well, they needed someone to work. So I grabbed someone's singlet, someone's spandex pants. I had 2 different colored fucking elbow pads on. My knee pads didn't fucking match. I had bright red boots that I looked like a fucking yarder jobber. That wasn't smart. That's literally what I looked like. And I'm like, they called me from Dayton, Ohio, because I didn't care. But and the crowd was the crowd was funny too, because this show, they had said, and it was a fair show, there were 3,000 people in the stands, and they said Kane was supposed to be here.
What?
Literally.
Okay.
Kane was advertised. They used to sell shows, and they sold this under the pretense was Kane was going to be there.
Okay.
Right? Oh, this is so funny. So we get there. I helped with the ring because I rode with my my guy to bring the ring up, so we set the ring. Blah, blah, blah. Show's supposed to start at 7. There's 3,000 people. And all the boys are there except for Kane. It's 7:30.
Was Kane legit signed?
He was under contract at the time.
But, like, so why would they advertise him?
To take money for a fair. You promise somebody something, you know. So the fair board's holding up giving the money because Kane's not there. 8 o'clock. So the place has been sitting there for an hour on their hands. There's been no wrestling, no fucking announcements. It's starting to look a little bad. Okay? Long story short, the fair and Dale work out whatever they work out because Kane ain't showing. So now it's time for the announcement and start the show. Who should make the apology?
The promoter.
Correct. Who got to make the apology?
You.
I wasn't the ring announcer.
The ring announcer had to do it?
Mm-hmm.
That's gay.
It gets better. You ready for 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon name dropping?
Oh, man.
Who was the ring announcer? Justin fucking Roberts.
Really?
Justin was the ring announcer.
Wow, that's awesome.
So they send poor fucking Justin out an hour late to give the reason. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, we are sorry to announce that Kane will not be here tonight. 1,500 people got up, demanded their money back, and left.
Wow.
Immediately. So now we're going to start the show. So the 1,500 people that are still there are probably not too fucking happy. Would you assume that?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. First match out now is, I forget who the opponent was, but the name was Golga.
Okay.
Remember from the Oddities?
Yeah.
Earthquake with the gimmick and the Cartman doll? Okay. And so John Tenta, who was Golga, Earthquake, was 6'7", legit, right?
Yeah.
And 500, 450 pounds.
Something like that, yeah.
The Golga they got was 5'5" and 300 pounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the place was mad.
Yeah,
They were, because Kane ain't here, and this is your quote-unquote Golga.
Oh, my God.
Match 2. I forget who. I think it was Brooklyn Brawler, because he did double duty.
Okay.
But he went out as Doink.
Okay.
And I forget who he wrestled, but doing his Looney Tunes, he kind of warmed up the crowd a little bit. They started turning around. Next match was me and Adam. And we had talked all these Rock and Austin spots out.
Okay.
We get like marks, because we don't care. And fucking A, if we did not win that fucking crowd over.
Really?
By the end of that match, and I look like shit. I look like a potato in a leotard. And I'm the baby face. I'm over. He has heat. We're doing our shit. The finish is going to be, I'm going to go for the stunner. He's going to back out, go for the rock, like all that back and forth shit. But the one moment I remember is as I give him the slam. We're in the go home. I give him the body slam, and I start taking my elbow pad off, and I kick his arm in.
Okay.
You know what we're setting up for?
Yeah.
And the place starts going fucking like nuts. I thought I was like The Rock in that moment. Like,
come on.
Seriously, they came up so hard. And I was ear to ear fucking smiling. Like, it was such a cool moment. And as I hit the ropes and did the little float over him, I looked down and I went, holy shit, I can't believe they're buying it. And as I dropped the elbow, he was like, no. He's like, I know. Like, it was just amazing.
That's awesome.
And then we did the little back and forth. So that one moment, remember floating over him on the people's elbow, knowing that this hostile crowd we had just helped turn around with, some help was amazing because they were pretty pissed off, and I thought we were all going to die and not get paid. Then the other one was at Powell Wrestle Rage when we did the 5-on-5 where Pee Wee almost died because he said he didn't grab the rope.
Yeah.
And what was so cool about that was I knew it was one of Pierce's last matches, right?
Yeah, actually, it was.
And I'm here with Ramon, and I got these good guys with me. I got these good guys on the other side. Let's have fun, but I want to work something with Adam. I know Rhino's in there. I'd love to work with Rhino. These other guys I do want to work with, but I know I've worked him before and it was magic. I want to do something special tonight because I remember that special moment. So his finish is a pile driver.
Yep.
Right? Jimmy says he wants me to take a pile driver and then Cairo to take a pile driver, one after the other. Like one comes in, kick a pile driver, the other one comes in, kick pile driver. Or like kick pile driver, pin. Next guy comes in, feeds in, kick pile driver, pin. And I thought, nothing against the finish, because I guess it's okay, because that's the finish. But at the same time, I thought it was a little anticlimactic and just kind of like dull for a five-way, and especially when he's 1 against 3.
Yeah.
If he's going to pull that off, we got to do something where he's caught off guard or float into it. So I started thinking, like, okay, pile driver, what can we do that's different that no one's ever done? And at 25 years in, I shouldn't have to think of this. But I'm still so motivated by certain people to think this way. So first I was like, can you pile drive 2 of us at once? And he's like, no, I couldn't. I wouldn't trust that. It wouldn't be safe. I don't want to do it. I said, can you do one hanging off your back like a reverse pile driver? Like he's going for a sunset and you catch his leg, and the other one you get in front and do them both that way. He's like, no, I wouldn't have control over that. I'm like, shit. But I'm thinking, like, I'm really thinking of something I haven't seen. So finally I says, well, what if you were going to go to pile drive me and Chris fed a backdrop and took it while you stood me up for the pile driver? And we tried it, and just as old as I am, I can't get as low as he needed for Chris to prep. But I know I can still take a fuck of a backdrop. Sure, and I can prep if he's even standing up, like I can get up there. So we switched it, and we're trying to send it back on linoleum. But we tested it out, and we went, this is it. If we can time this right, it's going to be perfect. So sure as shit, man, that was my moment. At the end of the match, we were set up. Chris come in. Here's the kick. He's got him for the pile driver. I see it. I come in, and it was like so perfect timing that when he went down, I was prepping. When he stood up, I was over. I took the backdrop, and he stood straight up, solid as a rock, no balance issue. Dropped that pile driver. Place went nuts. I turned around, fed the kick into the pile driver, pinned us both at the same time, so it got more over. So that was like in my moment there. And what sweetened it as a moment was as we were going downstairs, Rhino, going back to Terry, Rhino asked Pierce, where'd you come up with that pile driver thing? Because he liked it so much. Right. And Pierce says, you got to ask Freedom. That was all him. So those are my 2 moments with Adam. So I'm happy about him. Sean Davari, when Davari got signed, I was really happy. He called me from Australia at the time. He was on tour. He was the first pay-per-view I'd actually bought for a long time because him and Muhammad Hassan were wrestling Michaels and Hogan at SummerSlam. And here's a guy I've been in the locker room with, had some great fucking matches with. Like, he's going to work Hogan and told me about it. Like, I bought the pay-per-view. And I was excited because there's my buddy Sean Davari from ACW, like, on pay-per-view. Like, holy shit, amazing. Awesome. Ken Kennedy. When Kennedy got signed, when Kenny got signed, like, he's another ACW guy. ODB, when she got signed, there was another girl I knew.
Yeah, there's a lot of people you know that.
Punk. Yeah. Fucking, we knew Punk. We helped train him down in the city.
Yeah.
So we knew Punk.
Didn't he train with Ace in Dominion?
Yeah. It was Ace Dominion down in Chicago, and then Randy and me. Because this was, and it was him and actually Jay Bradley. Because they were both LWFers. Okay. And I think
Cabana was there, no?
Cabana was in the mix eventually. I had his first match. I don't remember. Yeah, I think we trained Cabana at our other facility, but I know Steel Domain was downtown Chicago, and that's where we'd work with Punk. Okay. And it was Dominion. Yeah, it was Dominion and Steel down there.
Right.
Yeah. Those were good times. I remember taking the ring truck back once, and me and Randy, when we drive on the roads, we'd play Slug Bug. Okay. Well, and I was really good at it. Like, because growing up with my sister, like, we'd beat the shit out of each other because we're driving from Chicago to fucking Texas over 2 days. Right. We're bored to death and car sick. Slug Bug yellow. Bam. Hey, he's hitting me. Like, it was entertaining for us, So I got really good at it because I didn't like it when she hit me. So this one time we're driving, and I'm in his truck. He has this big fucking a monstrosity of a truck, like not a pickup truck, like just a big full-size fucking truck, and a trailer on it. You know, you got a car hauler on it because that's where we take the ring, and we're driving down I-90 to Chicago to drop the ring off and set it back up in Danny's school, actually.
Right.
And we're going to play Slug Bug. And we're coming from, like, Mundelein area with the ring, because that's the area, kind of Wakanda, actually, is where he lived. So we're driving on the highway on I-90, which is terrifying already. And I'm in this truck, and we're going to try to, we're playing. But he ups the ante. He says, we're going to play Slug Nuts. I'm like, what the fuck's Slug Nuts? He says, same thing. You call it, you hit the dude next to you in the fucking nuts. Right?
Okay. You always come up with these weird fucking games.
This was not my idea, sir.
Okay.
And the worst part of it is, guess who's driving?
You.
I am.
Yeah, of course.
So what do I got to keep my eyes on more than slug bugs is the fucking road, right? But I'm really good at this, so hopefully we'll be okay. So here we are cruising down I-90. There's all this fucking traffic, and I'm slug nutting the shit out of him. Fucking slug nut, bam, got him. Slug nut, bam, got him. Slug nut, bam, I got him like 5 times on the way there, and we're heading back. And I was chewing, and my spitter used to have little apple juice, like the glass bottle of apple juice you could buy like at any kind of like gas station. And I had crotched it for when I'm spitting because there was no cup holder, so I'm sitting right here in my crotch as I'm driving. On purpose. I have it there in case he finds a slug butt and goes to hit me. There's a glass bottle covering my junk, right? So sure as shit, he sees one and yells out, "Slug butt," because I've hit him like 8 times in the shit. Okay. Slug bug greed, motherfucker. He comes in and swings a knuckle at my nuts because he's mad, and his knuckle hit that fucking glass bottle. Oh, and he was fucking pissed. So now, as I'm trying to drive, I'm like, "That was your shot." He's like, "Bullshit." So he's moving the bottle and measuring up his shot, like measuring it, like he keeps. And I'm trying to drive and protect myself. So we're weaving all the fuck over I-90 just so he, like, almost getting in accidents, so he could hit me in the nuts. So there's that story.
Oh my god.
Yeah, slug nuts.
Slug nuts.
Slug nuts.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
On my road trips.
And then we'll do piss pals. We'll talk about piss pals next time. That's a 1-hour story in itself.
Well, I had a good time this time.
I had a good time.
It was a good combo.
We're going to call this one a little bit of ranting and venting, but at the same time, I think we gave some alternative solutions to the issues that kind of bother us or other people.
Sure. I mean, like we said,
I'm sure we're not the only ones that feel this way. Yeah.
I mean, we might be.
Yeah, well, and we're not trying to offend anybody and lump people together. We talked about a lot of different things, and I think we had like most of the things I think we said involve most of the companies we work for as a general.
No,
we're not trying to pinpoint
things. We were just
things.
speaking in general.
Yeah. So for everyone out there, again, this is Electric Eric Freedom with my co-part.
Is that my
yes, your cue. That's why I'm pointing at you.
You didn't though. You just closed your eyes.
I did because I was waiting to feel the moment. We had that moment. I was closing my eyes, hoping that I could feel that float over on that elbow drop when the place got it, and
so just do it. Just do it again.
I don't feel it now.
You can feel it. Just do it again. You want me to do it this time, and I'll segue to you?
So thank you for listening to Wrestling Revolution Podcast. This is one of your hosts, Electric Eric Freedom, with my guy,
Greeko, GQ Suave. Thank you all for listening, and we'll have a great time. Till next time.
Happy Easter, folks.